The operator of the crippled Fukushima Nuclear Plant says it will begin disposing of highly radioactive water in June. About 87,500 tons of water has built up in the number 1 to 4 reactors, hampering efforts to reactivate cooling systems in the reactors. On Wednesday, Tokyo Electric Power Company announced it would set up a treatment system to eliminate radioactive materials. TEPCO estimates that 200,000 tons of highly toxic water could be produced by year-end if all the water used to cool the reactors becomes radioactive. The company says it plans to start installing the system in early May and begin operating it in June. It says the system could dispose of 1,200 tons of water per day once in place.
The government demands that TEPCO does not dump highly toxic water. We want the company to set a timetable for operating the treatment system.
Tokyo has announced plans to dump nearly 12,000 tons of radioactive water from the Fukushima plant into the ocean. A spokesman for the crippled facility says it's necessary to free up storage space for more highly contaminated water, but insisted the waste wouldn't cause any serious harm. Japanese officials predict months of leaks from the Fukushima power plant as workers struggle to plug a damaged reactor. Radiation levels in seawater and groundwater surrounding the site have reached many thousand times the legal limit. Last month's massive earthquake and tsunami has now claimed the lives of 12,000 people, with some 15,000 still missing.
The operator of the troubled Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant says seawater radiation is still rising in the Pacific to the north of the plant. Tokyo Electric Power Company took seawater samples 30 meters from outlets in the northern part of the complex on Thursday. It says it detected 110 becquerels of radioactive iodine-131 per cubic centimeter. That's 2,800 times the maximum allowed by government standards. Measurements at the same spot were 600 times the government limit on Tuesday and 1,000 times on Wednesday. Measurements taken 15 kilometers off the coast further north of the plant have been 9.3 times the government limit. The government has told Tokyo Electric to review its monitoring methods as radioactive material appears to be getting carried northward by ocean currents. The government plans to make more detailed checks in parts of the ocean where it's
3 weeks after the March 11th earthquake and tsunami, workers at the stricken Fukushima nuclear plant made a disturbing discovery.
The discovery was made this morning at around 9:30 at the foot of reactor number 2, in the electric cable pit. There was a 20-centimeter crack in the concrete at the base of the pit. The water was leaking out of that crack into the sea.
TEPCO, the plant's operator, rushed to plug the 20-centimeter crack with concrete and will take samples from the ocean near Fukushima to determine the level of contamination. The leaking water has radioactive levels reaching 1,000 millisieverts an hour. Just half that amount significantly increases cancer risk in the long term. Plant workers are exposed to radiation like never before.
So obviously it's becoming extremely dangerous, and they're having to offer these large sums of money. They're going to run out of qualified people pretty soon.
In an effort to boost morale, Japanese Prime Minister Naoto Kan delivered a pep talk to Fukushima workers, stressing the fact that they were fighting for Japan's future. Earlier in the day, he visited devastated villages in the area for the first time since the earthquake.
A memorial service for the victims of the March 11th earthquake and tsunami has been held at Buddhist temple in Rikuzen Takata, the hardest-hit northeastern city. More than 1,000 residents who lost family and friends gathered at the temple in Iwate Prefecture on Thursday to mark the 49th day since the twin disasters. Services 49 days on are important in Buddhism as they mark the departure of the souls of the deceased to the afterlife. The service was held jointly with monks from 4 temples that were damaged in the tsunami.
My sister is still missing. I don't know what to say. I just hope we'll find her soon.
Rikuzen Takata suffered the largest number of confirmed deaths in Iwate Prefecture at 1,426. The number of people still unaccounted for is 795.